Welcome. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and we are here because we are going to talk about the new moon. So the new moon is in Sagittarius at 26 degrees on December the 18th, 2017. So a very magical time. This is the last time we will see a new or a full moon in 2017, and then we move towards 2018. It's also the forerunner to a lot of changes in our planetary system. We have Saturn moving into Capricorn. We have the moon and the sun will both be moving with it. We have Mercury that will be going direct shortly thereafter. So, and then we have the new year upon us and a new energy. So we have been in the 10 energy or the 1 energy, and whenever you have a 0 after a number, whether it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, it's like a godlike influence upon that number. So when we are in a 10 year and we boil that down to the 1, we have to remember the strength of that 1, that it is a higher vibration usually than when we typically live in a 1 energy, and it's about starting that new path. It's about understanding your own independence, the beauty, the beauty and the value that you bring to the table, the beauty that resides in you, your strength, your courage, your abilities. And this year was a deep process of learning these things about ourselves, so we can step into, yes, 2018 will be an 11 energy. And I'm getting off topic. We'll jump back to, we'll put a different video for that because that's exciting unto itself. So we are in December, which is a 12, which boils down to a 3. And then we have 26, or 18, which comes to a 9. So 9 plus 3 is 12. And then we have the 1. So 13, and 13 is the death card in tarot. 13 is considered the unlucky number. 13 also is ruled by Scorpio. And what's in Scorpio right now? Scorpio is, we have Mars in Scorpio and we have Jupiter in Scorpio. So it is about our attack, our method of attack, going deep within the subjects, going deep within our learning, going deep within our commitments to bring the abundance into our life, and going deep into what truly is abundance to us. Making sure that we are not running in the wrong direction. Making sure that what we're going for is truly what we want. The death card symbolizes not a death, not a literal death, but rather the death of an old dream or an old path. Allowing it to remain in the past so that you can go forward, not bringing that baggage forward with us. Let's see what the cards have to say. And 26, because it's at 26 degrees, so we can't ignore that number, which boils down to an 8. Well, 13, I guess I should finish that by saying that boils down to a 4, which is being grounded by strength. So anything that we do right now in this new moon energy will have strength, will have this grounded energy attached to it. It can't be superficial. It can't be whimsical. It has to be grounded in something tangible, something real, something that we can build upon. 26 is the Page of Wands, I believe. Boils down to an 8, which is our strength card. Knowing our strength. Knowing that we can, we don't have to be a threat to somebody else, or we don't have to bully in order to get our way. We don't have to threaten. We don't have to use force. That we already have this inner strength that people will automatically follow if we allow that part of us to come out and lead the way. And 26 is the Page of Wands, and very much the 26 is associated with marriages, strong bonds. So once again, if you meet somebody or work on a relationship of some sort, you are growing that bond deeper, giving it the strength. Let's see what the cards have to say. You have the Six of Wands. Now there's success. We're going forward on our successes of the past, and we're riding forward. Now, this is typically a card that is represented as we are in a parade. In fact, the parade is being held for us, and people are cheering on all sides. There's a couple of things that you need to take note of in this card. There's one, the laurel, right? Do not rest upon your laurels right now. There is more work to do. This is, you're just in the starting gate. We're in full armor. Even though we are taking this moment to celebrate who we are, our victories, our wins, our strength, our knowledge, our beauty, our talents, our abilities, we know that this is just a small moment where we will hit pause before we go forward and use those things to our advantage on our path forward. We have the new papers in our hands. We are ready to ride forward. So this could be a little bit of dream building today that is needed. Do your new moon affirmations, your mantras, your mission statements. Read them aloud today. Don't forget your gratitude, because we need to be grateful for those things that we are actually celebrating at this moment in time. They are going to take us to the next level of our development, our new path. The Six of Pentacles. What you give, you receive. Now, I kind of get honed in a little bit more to the children receiving this money seemingly falling out of nowhere. So I really do believe that this card is in some way telling us to expect good news, good things happening, doors opening for us where we didn't think it was possible. Essentially, money falling from the sky. Abundance just showing up in your life, or the path to abundance. This is asking us to celebrate other people's joys that we give them. It could be, it doesn't have to be monetary, no. It could be the smile you give them. It could be the compliment. It could be you taking the time to help them by holding the door open, helping somebody cross the street, carrying a baggage for them or a bag for them, taking the load off them somehow. You know somebody who's been sick, then you know what? Bring over a pot of soup or at least a bowl. Somebody who has just lost a loved one. Make a small meal up and drop it off for them. Somebody who doesn't really receive many visitors. Go visit them or phone them. Let them know that they are being thought of, that they are being needed, that somebody does love them. So where we make time for others is essential today and over the next 2 weeks. Nine of Pentacles right in the middle. What a beautiful card to have right in the middle of a new moon energy. This is us seemingly walking out of the storm into the garden. In most decks, this is portrayed somehow with the storm in the background and standing in this garden. If you've ever stood in a garden after a heavy rainfall and smelt the aromas, the scents of all the flowers, the grass, the air smells different, cleaner, revived. And this is a day where we will start to feel that revival within ourselves, of getting ready to step into that portal, to know that we have gone through the storms in order to step into the new experience, the new adventure. We have the Chariot. The Chariot asks us to move with a little bit of caution, to understand where we are putting our focus, to not let other people's drama rule our life, pull us off our path, and to not use other people's drama as our scapegoat. To say, well, it could have happened for me, but this happened, and really, what was I to do? Was I supposed to just let my friends down? I had to put my attention there. This is a time where you really need to hold those reins tight on your future, on the focus of your future, on where you want to go, on where you are putting your focus. And then making those horses go the way in which you want. And what a beautiful combination for a new moon, because we have the white and the dark, the day and the night, the sun and the moon, both in the same spot, both wanting different things and having to work together as a team and come together. So it's joining the energy of the sun and the moon, our ego, our self, with our hopes and our passions and our dream, and making it align as one purpose going forward. And the Two of Wands. Two of Wands, it's time to make that decision. It's time to decide what seed to plant. It's time to make that promise to yourself. It's time to, and I got this with the daily too for today, it's time to throw the past aside. That no longer really plays a role in your life. To free up the energy for new experiences to come your way. To dream about your tomorrow. And yes, to take action. Even if that action is writing it down on a piece of paper, your goal, your dream, and putting it up somewhere so you can read it every day. That is an action. New moons are about new beginnings, new starts, and it's at the darkest moments of our life when new opportunities appear, new ways of going forward appear, new life is brought forth. So how fitting is it in the new moon, when it is complete darkness in our life, that we see with clarity the way forward? Let's get an affirmation card here. So very mutable energy once again. The strongest energy we really have here is the Chariot. And really, I do believe it's bringing the sun and the moon's energies together as one defined course of action going forward. The Two of Wands is asking us to make that determination in our life, to make that commitment to ourselves. Maybe it's to somebody else. Maybe it is stepping into a new relationship, a friendship. Maybe it's a new career choice or job choice. Maybe it's growing your stature within the community or the neighborhood in some new way or to some new level. Maybe it is being kinder to yourself, appreciating yourself more, taking better care of yourself. Maybe it's stepping into your spirituality. Maybe it's a new adventure, the Eight of Earth. Apprenticeship, gaining knowledge, learning and employing a new craft or skill. Even masters of their craft have more to learn, and I eagerly embrace the opportunity to go deeper, develop a greater understanding, and find new ways to apply what I know. I acknowledge all I have learned and accomplished, the skills I have developed, and the goals I have reached. Now is the time to find new ways to apply what I know, to enhance my expertise. My beginner's awkwardness has melted away, and I know that what I am doing now. I have confidence to become more intimate with the work in all areas of my life. So how beautiful is this card to show up for our new moon? Because it's telling us we've lived to this point. We've walked to this point. We've learned to this point. We've gained wisdom to this point. And now we're going to take that so it will open up the new opportunities before us. I acknowledge all I have learned and accomplished, the skills I have developed and the goals I have reached. Now is the time to find new ways to apply what I know, to enhance my expertise, to take me to the next level. Today I take me to the next level. Another, look at this, the High Priestess comes out. I just love this card. Mystery. Some things are not meant to be known intellectually, but they are meant to be experienced through intuition. This card reminds me to trust that I have access to higher wisdom and knowing when I tune in and trust my vibes. This is a time when mysteries will be revealed and I can grow as a result. And with Uranus, I think trining this new moon, it allows for the unexpected to come into your life. This is a time when mysteries will be revealed and I can grow as a result. And as I was saying with the new moon, in the darkest moment, that's when the clarity comes in. That's when we see the way forward. So trust your intuition. If you can feel it in every fiber of your body, trust it. Go with the flow. See where it takes you. One more, we will do one more, and it's the Page of Water. Open-heartedness, childlike innocence and curiosity, beginning of intimacy and relationships, playfulness, and cheerful optimism. I open my heart fully, allowing myself to feel childlike wonder and innocence. All adventures lead me to where I need to go. Love awaits. Life is a delightful dance, and I am here to frolic and play. I am ready with a big smile, and I have on my dancing shoes. So today, get on your dancing shoes. And the new moon energy is going to be with us for the next 2 weeks. So get on your dancing shoes, frolic and play, and know that life is supposed to be a joyful experience. And somehow we get so stressed out, we get so many responsibilities, we get so many obligations, we have so many dramas that we forget to put on our dancing shoes and frolic and play. I open my heart fully, allowing myself to feel childlike wonder and innocence. To let down those walls, to let down those barriers, to allow yourself joy, to allow yourself a little bit of peace of mind, even if it's only for 5 minutes of some deep breathing exercise. To slowly allow yourself to feel that on a continuous basis. To see the joy and the happiness and the opportunity in things instead of the negative. We're trained to see the negative. We have to train ourselves to see the positive. That's not always the easiest thing. And in this world, it's probably one of the harder things to do on a continuous basis. So start with 5 minutes a day. Put on your dancing shoes. Find joy. Create joy. Search it out. And I think, all this Sag energy, and we have Venus in here. So there's opportunities over the next 2 weeks to embrace love, joy, happiness. There's opportunity to create, to invent, to step into passions, to step into dreams, to see the beauty rather than the negative. There's a story, we'll go to our Journey of Love cards. There's a story, and I've told it before, so bear with me if you've heard this like a umpteenth time now, but a little boy, and he was always very optimistic, and the rest of the family was very negative, and they didn't like this little boy being so optimistic all the time. He had to learn in life that life was hard, life was unfair, life was sad, and there's a lot of negative, and he just needed to learn that. So they decided they were going to teach him a lesson, and they filled up his bedroom with horse manure. And the little boy came home, and they said, "We got a present for you, it's in your room." And he went in the room and closed the door, and they ran up to the room, and they're listening outside by the door, and they hear this laughter and all this rumbling and shuffling going on. And finally they couldn't take it anymore, and they whip open the door, and they go, "What are you laughing about? What are you happy about?" And he goes, "With all this horse manure, there's got to be a pony in here somewhere." So, it's how we perceive the situation, I guess. Oh, wrong deck. We're going to go, because it is a moon, and the moon is all about our emotion, all about our inner passion, all about our soul. So we're going to take our Journey of Love cards. Remember, the journey of love is, yes, the love we have for each other, but also the love that we have for ourselves, the respect we have for ourselves. The Sensual Awakening, 64. The Sensual Awakening. I dare not touch my heart's desire that sings a melody so still and lights within a yearning fire, a void that you alone can fill. I cannot say how my heart aches, nor speak the words as embers burn. Such blessings come to those who wait, a love that asks not in return. An open soul a risk must bear, to love without restrictions held, to reach another level rare, where two embraced as one are meld. To taste surrender's nectar sweet, by piercing through the veil so thin, and bathe in joy as tears release, a promised dance begins again. Within the sacred temple of your body, your soul experiences the vast buffet of life made manifest. Your sensuality is a way for your soul to express appreciation, pleasure, and joy. Your sensuality is much like your creative energy. It needs to be expressed regularly, otherwise it can become muffled under a fuzz of too much thinking. You are being called to experience your sensual nature again. You are beautiful and vivid, striking and appealing. Allow your sensual appreciation for yourself and others to flow and enjoy this unique experience of being a soul awakened in a body awakening. It's all love. This oracle brings you guidance that your sensual nature needs to play, and it doesn't require an external lover to do so. Though, that is one way, of course. It can be expressed through massage, creating art, spending time in nature, swimming, dancing, so put on those dancing shoes, feeling the sun or air on your skin, drinking aromatic teas, taking a bath. Play with what feels good for you and enjoy the indulgence. It will bring a renewed energy And apart from that, it's fun. So this card is giving you permission to find the small things in life, the little things in life that put a smile on your face. It's like, you know, the smell of vanilla or lilacs or a rose, or maybe it's toast, maybe it's bacon, maybe it's onions cooking on a grill, maybe it's a beautiful flower in bloom, maybe it's the smell of a baby right after a bath. Awaken your sensuality through senses, through sense, through touch, through sight, through hearing. Put on some beautiful music. Put on your dancing shoes and dance with it. Find the joy, because that is going to give you a renewed sense of purpose. It's going to give you a vitality. It's going to raise your vibration. It's going to allow your light to come beaming, shining through. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.